Girl, is Craig Conover quitting Southern Charm after 11 seasons? What? Girl, I mean, I have so much to say about this, and we need to talk about it. But before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. If you are new here, welcome to the Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I mention it all. So make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're a part of the old crew and you have not done it yet, and you are a super fan of Southern Charm, go to the notification bell, turn it off, and then turn it on again. You know, after all my YouTube drama, a lot of you got their notifications turned off without they even asking you. Okay, so go and check that out because you do not want to miss all the tea that is happening all the time. And girl, let's talk about this mess. Southern Charm is giving so much. I mean, that show has been perfection since day one. Like, I have loved Southern Charm and the mess that it is for so long. I think every single cast member, no matter how much we have hate them, has bring something to this show, you know? And it has, I feel it's one of the few shows, even though the cast has changed so much, that still has that same sentiment from season one, you know? Like, they are chaotic in the best way possible. They bring the drama. They're not afraid of the camera. They are not afraid of what people are going to say. They are unapologetically themselves, you know? And I don't know, I just love it. I just love it, right? We only have 2.5 OGs, you know, which are Shep and Craig. And, well, Whitney, but you know, Whitney is kind of like a friend, executive producer of the show, you know? But anyways, now we are facing with this season what it has become a bash of Craig Conover. And I have to tell you, I'm so sorry, but I love Craig. Okay? I love Craig. I mean, I have said that multiple times. I love that man. Like, physically, like personality wise, like I kind of like understand him a lot. Now, do I say that he is always right? That's a different story, right? But you can love someone and still call out sometimes their faults without being nasty and without wanting it to destroy him, you know? And this season, it felt like one of those seasons where people get together to try to like push someone out of the show. It feel like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when like everyone wanted it to take down Lisa Vanderpump. It felt like, you know, like they are just everyone against someone. And I will understand why Craig react the way that he does sometimes, because it's kind of like, when is going to be enough? Okay, this is my personal opinion. I believe that a lot of his reactions that we are seeing this season is based on his breakup with Paige DeSorbo. I do believe, and I am kind of like blown away that no one has bring this into the table, because that will mean that there is a reason to forgive some of Craig's behavior. Guys, you know that I have a PhD on reality TV show, okay? So this kind of behavior, it to me it's so obvious. Yes, there is anger in Craig, you know? There is he is lashing out constantly, and I think it's all rooted from his breakup from Paige. And I don't even think that he's aware of that. But I do believe that certain people on the cast might be aware of that, and instead of going to him and saying like, hey man, I believe that this is what is going on, why don't you work out on that, maybe go to therapy. You know, I also use ChatGPT sometimes for a good therapy session, you know, and believe me, it works. You know, when you don't have $120 to pay for a freaking season, it works, okay? So, maybe like start, analyzing that way of like, maybe this is something that you are angrier that you are giving props. Maybe you don't want to say that you're angry or because of Paige DeSorbo, because it could hurt your ego or something. But I believe that is the reason. And now it annoys me that some of the other cast members, and I'm going to talk specifically about Austin Kroll, that I believe that he will be someone who will know this. And I think that Austin now got this weird agenda, against Craig. And instead of helping him, he is almost like leading the pack into let's take down Craig. It's giving jealousy. It's giving, honestly, like Austin has not been able to do any of the stuff that Craig has been able to do. His business is a mess. His relationships are a mess. He was jealous that Craig was now single and was able to do whatever he wanted it to do, And I do agree with all of that. And now, watching Austin season after season, episode after episode, bashing Craig behind his back. Craig will come back to him because they do have a toxic relationship, right? So he will come back to Austin, trust in him, tell him secrets, tell him things that you literally tell your bros that are supposed to stay between your bros. And Austin will run away to tell everything to Madison, to Sally, to Charlie, to freaking Venita, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then he goes around crying like, oh my God, why Craig is so mean to me? What do you think is mean to you? Because you are being a horrible friend, Now, I do have to say, when it comes to Craig, and I do have to call him out because yes, his reactions are becoming very over the top. But usually, again, these kind of reactions has a root on pain, And I think that pain is, and even if Craig doesn't say it, I think Craig wanted people to, be around him after the breakup of Paige DeSorbo because it was very painful to him, okay? He wanted to marry that woman no matter how boring she was, okay? He wanted to marry that woman, okay? And I think he wanted more support, and I think everyone was like, oh yeah, whatever, So, and I think he has a lot of anger, unresolved anger around that, And I believe that that's why he's reacting in such a big way, because he does not want, subconsciously, I think he's like, oh, well, you were not ever next to me when I was in a moment of pain, but now you want to tell me how to act, how to deal with everything, how to deal with other people. You know what I mean? So yes, I do not agree with the way that he is reacting because yes, it is over the top and it can be, a lot to have someone screaming that way. And I will accept, those reactions from people like maybe Sally or Charlie or people who are newer to the group because, they are getting to know Craig. But for the people who already know him, especially Austin, he must know what is going on, and he just does not want to give him that because that will mean not take down Craig. And I'm so disappointed because, I hate when people becomes backstabbing bitches. You know what I mean? So now we're going to go into the reunion, right? And Craig is saying, I don't know if I don't even know if I want to come back next season. This is a lot of like bashing Craig, blah blah blah. I have to tell you guys, this show needs people who drive this kind of storylines, who is not afraid of going that way, who is not afraid to calling other people out. And Craig is that person. We cannot lose Craig Conover because the show, I'm sorry, who is going to drive this show? I like Shep, but do you think that Shep had what it takes to do this? Do you even think that Austin has what it takes to create a good, amazing reality TV show? I will give it maybe to Madison, but Madison, I think it's going to be so busy the next couple years, with the baby, that I don't know if she's gonna be in the mindset to actually be becoming the messiness that we need for this show. And all of the new people, girl, I like them, but I'm not like giving them the show to them. Okay, I love Molly. Okay, and I mean, I like Sally and Charlie, but they're too new. Sally is too messy and crazy. Like, she's not gonna really do anything big, Charlie, we don't even know if she's gonna return next season, and I can't with Venita. I'm so sorry. Venita is the most annoying person in the world. Okay, I can't. Okay, I can't. Okay, like, I'm so sorry. I have been trying and trying and trying. I don't know what she wants from the world. Like, no, and she has problems. She has problems with everyone. No, I can't. So yeah, without Craig, I think right now Craig is the glue of this show, to be very honest with you. I usually give it when it's an ensemble that it's a little bit of everyone, and that is very much true. But at this point, like, losing Craig will be the losing what really, really holds Southern Charm together. And I hope he understands that, and I hope that he's not giving up or quitting because of what his backstabbing ex-best friend is doing. I want him to understand that I believe that Austin is not, I don't know if I could trust someone like him again, especially after watching this season, because it's not only about like, oh, maybe he's angry at me, and he was just lashing out. No, you can see the conniving behavior of what Austin was trying to do all this season. And he's not coming from a place of love. He's not coming from a place of caring. You know who was coming from a place of love and caring? Shep. You can tell that Shep was genuinely worried for Craig. Austin doesn't give a shit, I mean, and that will tell you everything that you need to know about someone. I mean, I believe that we still need Austin next season because, the drama is in there, But I don't know. Austin Kroll will never be Craig Conover. Okay? He will never be an OG. Period. So anyways, let me know what you guys think on the comments below. How do you feel about Craig Conover? How do you feel about, everything that I said over here? Oof, that's a lot of light, girl. Anyways, let me know. And if you want to get all the tea related to Southern Charm or any of the other Bravo shows, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.